Welcome back. Well, if you are looking for the ultimate in comfortable and functional footwear, look no farther than right here at the Original Footwear. And I'm here with Terry. And Terry, your company is really steeped in history. Started out with a law enforcement, almost quasi-paramilitary boot, and you have really brought some great companions on board. Tell us a little bit about your company.
We're a company that's now 10 years old. And my history prior to that was running a footwear business in much the same category as I am today. And I was 20 years doing that. And I guess I decided I'd accumulated enough knowledge in 20 years to hang up my own shingle.
Well, I really have to agree with that. I mean, steeped in history, you have some great boots that you began with, and these boots here have so many features that if people are heading out to the great outdoors, their feet are going to come back and they're not going to be howling. They're going to be fairly comfortable. Their foot's going to be protected out on the trail.
Absolutely. What we learned, I think, making tactical boots for law enforcement and then later on for special ops military, is that if you look at the conditions under which both those two groups operate, they're very similar to the extreme conditions that you can meet at 4,000 or 5,000 feet. And in fact, if you look out of here in Salt Lake City and just look at the terrain, and then you looked at a picture of Afghanistan, you'd be hard put to actually distinguish which picture came from where. So our history there has helped us develop, I think, a hiking boot range which plays off of the main key benefits and issues that came up during the process of developing our law enforcement and military boots.
And I noticed some of these features built right in is really where the rubber meets the road. The business end of the shoe has really been well thought out, and a lot of times with a boot, that's the last consideration they give it.
There's two things that are really, I think, critical in making manufacturing footwear. One is the shape of the last, and that is the former around which footwear is made. Most companies have a last of their own. Some share lasts with other people or just use what is available at the factory. We developed our own last, and that is the cornerstone of our comfort. And that is, I wouldn't say unique, but it is somewhat unique among military and law enforcement because in those areas the government specified the last in 1942. There have been some modifications since, but not much. And the idea of a military last is to fit as many people as possible. Now, it doesn't take a genius to work out that if you're trying to fit as many people as possible, it really doesn't fit anybody very well. So we started from scratch, went to Germany and worked with a group there who have developed lasts for athletic footwear and so forth for probably the last 20 years. Most of it is now all computer-aided stuff out. And it's that which gives us a competency as a manufacturer to go into hiking boots. So we take the same standards from military spec into hiking boots. And then there is the design end, which is we're talking about where the rubber meets the road. So I could show you if you like.
Please do. You were showing me a little bit earlier, but yeah, tell us about it.
Well, this is the outsole unit. You have to forgive the hole. The hole in the outsole unit is just there for customs purposes. But there we have a compression molded midsole, and we have the outsole. The outsole is designed to be non-loading. And that means that none of the stones and bits and pieces will get caught in there. And the chamfered edges of these half diamonds are all designed for multiple gripping, so lateral and forward and back gripping. So that's fundamentally there. We're stitched toe, which is very important. And then if you then come to the midsole, Inside our midsole is an air cushion. And that air cushion is something that will provide comfort and support for the whole life of the shoe. Other components will deteriorate and wear, but the one thing that will stay there is the 7 pound per square inch pressure in this little item here. And when you've got a consideration like a 40-50 pound pack, again, most military would have that level. I mean, a lot of hikers perhaps not carrying quite that much equipment. But nevertheless, they get the full benefit.
Well, that's amazing because, at the end of the day, if you don't have things like that, the things that you can't see, you're really going to feel it. Your feet are going to tell you.
Absolutely. Yes. So, when we add the package together, we feel we have a place in the outdoor business, and we feel we have something to offer the end user because of the things that we've learned in the other areas.
Well, this boot here is going to be comfortable, it's going to be functional, and behind the scenes, unseen, are the things that are going to keep it comfortable for years to come.
Absolutely. You've got it right. You're a quick learn.
Well, Terry, it's been a good education. Right now, I have to believe you have the attention of all of our backpackers, hikers, campers out there. What's the best way for them to learn more about the original TRAC?
You can go to our website, which is originaltrac.com. You can go to our other website, which is originalswat.com, and that will lead you there. Drop the periods out when you're entering the www. So it's just all one word, Original TRAC, TRAC. So I like to say that if you get on track, you'll stay on track.
Well, Terry, I really enjoy that. I have to believe that's true. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure.